Okay, I just recorded this video, but I didn't have any volume. But anyways, YouTube, how's it going? Send them back. You know the basics. Today we will be doing a plugin tutorial video on how to use the orb by AudioThing. I think it's a extremely highly underrated plugin for sound design and just fucking your shit up. You got the wah, you got the tremolo effects in there. So I just made a beat. I just walked through some of this stuff. I'm going to turn off the orb. I'm actually going to reset. We're just going to remove this. I'm going to show you what I have, and then we can go from there. I'd show you what I put the orb on, what it's good on, and what it's not, and then we'll walk through all the parameters just to make this nice and easy and simple for everybody out there who is just getting into music production, or you don't know what this plugin does, because it's very unique. Like, you might have heard something about it, like vowel shifting, and like it looks like a sonar like from a submarine in there, like what's going on. So I got you. So this is our tentative premix little beat we got going on that is just going to be used for an example in this video. There we go. Pretty simple. 84 BPM. We got G sharp minor in there. We got some nice chord progressions from scalar 2. Shout out. We got a nice little bass line going a little funky. So let's start with what would I put orb on in this situation. We have up here, let's look at just the board. Up here we have all of our drums. I would not put it on drums because you're probably going to create some phase issues. It's just wild, and I just wouldn't do it. I don't see it being practical in hip-hop production. We have our main piano here. We have our main synth pad here. I would use it on this. The orb is great for pads. I think that's really what it was made for. You can get some interesting effects with your pads. So we got that little thing just following a chord progression just to the T. And then we have a little melodic piano going. And this also would be a great place to put the orb. Pianos, guitars sound fantastic with this plugin on them. And then I just have a little bit of ads. We could, but these are already this kind of wild. I put Pan Man on them, so they're just shooting back and forth, kind of giving some environment already. So in this case, I wouldn't put the orb on this. And then the bass, I would never put the orb on your bass. Your bass is just, you can put distortion, you can put some tape machines on it, you can EQ it, make sure you compress it, of course, but I wouldn't go crazy with super effects on bass. I actually never do that in my productions. So let's first start with the piano. Let's go here and let's find the orb. So here we have our plugin interface. Each one of these little segments are a different vowel, and your space and time and on the track is represented by this little dot here. So if I start over here, we're in ah. Let me turn up this a little bit. So I'm going to go back and forth between this little piece of pie and the sonar. And you hear that ah once I get closer to the ah. And so if we go to a different vowel, now your sound sounds like it's stressing an E vowel consonant. You get double E, this is stronger. And of course you can go all through these. And it will go through all the vowels. So to get a better idea of what's going on, I'm going to go down here to the vowels section. I'm just going to change the amount to 2. We're going to get 2. We're going to go to this part determines who is pronunciating these vowels. Child is pretty good. All these are pretty good. Custom is pretty hard unless you know different frequencies of the human voice. This can be nice if you want to just do some sound design, messing around in your free time, if you want to create something like really, really unique. But I never mess with the custom. I find the male, female, and child presets all top tier, like these OGs, so I'm not mad about it. We're going to move our dot into the middle of the ah. Like I said, that's representing our space and time. And then, so how do we change this space and time? It's like, what's happening? Like, sure, I can take my mouse and I can go crazy that way, but that's what the LFO section is for. So the vowel will determine, as you see, it changing in between the amount of vowels you have. The amount is just literally the amount. So if you're in 1, it's only going to stay in 1 vowel. If you go to 2, it's going to go to 2. If I had 3, I went to 2, it's just going to go between 2. And if I hit 3, it's going to go between all 3 in this kind of sonar region area. So let's go back to 2. The emphasis will be like I was doing earlier with, let's turn off the vowel, how emphasized the vowel consonant is, and that is determined by how close the dot is to this outside rim of the ah. So if we turn that on, we bring down the amount, you see it's going to go a smaller distance in between the emphasis of this vowel, with the middle line being the least amount of emphasis. So I'm just going to put my dot back there in the middle. So if we go vowel now, turn the gain up. See, we're already having a very wavy effect. If we change the amount down, we'll get less of that huge wah 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 wah. If we turn this up, we'll get big wahs. You see how like fast that's moving, and then you really want to just change that to match the BPM of your song. That's a hidden tip. I mean, it shouldn't be a hidden tip. You should be matching your, tremolo frequencies and wah frequencies to your BPMs all the time, but sometimes that doesn't happen. And then the last thing we have is drift, and drift will change the direction inside of these circles that it will do, and that will create, I'm pretty sure, volume differences. So if we bring the amount down, it's not going to go to the furthest corners. And say you want this kind of wah to be like more smooth, you want like a more wavy feel to it, that's where you go to the formats over here on the left side of our plugin that I'm circling around now. Our dot is very just like like karate chopping, but if we want it to be more smooth, like actual ships are moving in here, and we turn down our rate of our vowel change and emphasis so it's more, yeah, now we can see what's really going on. So if we bring up our smoothness all the way, now it's not flashing around everywhere, it's being very precise in its movements. And if we play that, it's more of a wavy, expansive sound. So if we bring this down somewhere in the middle, you'll get a mix between that wah and that expansive sound. So that's really what you're looking for. We bring that up, we really highlight that aspect of it. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more. I'm going to take the rates up a little bit. And you can also change the rate to the BPM of your song by hitting this little musical icon. Sometimes if you're doing electronic music production or techno, you really want those minute hertz frequencies. If you're doing like hip hop and trap, I would honestly stick to turning these on. Unless you're like, you really just want to find something that fits yourself in such like a small pocket. I can't be mad at you doing that. That's great work. So let's hear what this sounds like with the beat. nice spot for that piano. I think that adds a lot. It's a really good sound design tool. Let's do a quick rundown of the same thing on the pad. So for our pad here, let's increase the gain again. I'm going to bring up the drift range, so when I put on drift, it's really going to be changing, so this is going to be a thing. But we're only going to put on drift, or we'll put on the vowel too, so drifts in between these vowels. Bring this up, so it's like, and that's just something cool you can do with this. It's so much cool stuff. Let's bring down the smoothness to where it's chunky. You're hearing that like chunky, like cold clunking between the vowels, but it's not too annoying. Right there is pretty nice. Let's ease down mix. So now we just have this extra dynamics that is flowing through our pad as well. Let's see if this works with the orb setting that we put on our piano. So now with both of these orbs, let's rate check these. We want this going faster, like it was earlier. Bring the smoothness up a little bit, and then the volume, less chunky. So now we have this, both orbs doing their wavy things, comparative to if we turn both of them off, we will see it's nice, clean, more simple. Turn these on. I need to turn off the gains a little bit to match. See this with everything. So now we got this more like dreamy, dynamic, wavy kind of R&B feel, where originally we were more kind of boom bap, more straightforward. So everything's following the paces. If this isn't bad, I introduce swing to that. I mix that up. That's gonna be a good beat. But this is almost a completely different beat. I really like the dynamics going on in there. That gives the singer more room. And you have those more kind of like paddy, like bloop, 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 like elements. Just opens up more opportunities for the human voice. You can do really cool things. My last tip of this video before I go is try playing around with automating vocal changes in your synth or your lead as you say a vocal in a rap verse or a chorus. Maybe that will sound really good. Maybe I do that. Maybe that's a secret technique. Why am I telling you this? But tell me that. Show me how that goes. If you do, send me a DM. Send me the beat. I'd love to see it. Comment for the algorithm, like the video, because you want to see more of these videos. You want to know how to use plugins. And subscribe to the channel. Every Wednesday we're coming out with stuff. I might start doing videos every weekend too, but I'm a busy man with mixing and school and doing my capstone for biology and personal life things. So bear with it. We'll have more videos coming in the summer. Check my beat page, buy some beats if you want to. Happy creating, my producer friends. I hope you make something amazing after this video. Peace.